The Supreme Court is saying it's not going to block the National Archives from releasing documents from former presidents' time in office. Those documents are going over to the House committee investigating the January 6th riot. That means at any minute, I think there was a 6 o'clock Eastern deadline. It's now 6:23 Eastern. Those records are going to get into the hands of lawmakers, even though former President Trump had been trying to prevent that. Legal fight after legal fight after legal fight. You know this has been a long time coming. We've talked about it on this show. The Justice Department told a federal appeals court those documents are not covered by this temporary injunction barring the release of a lot of other Trump-era records. So what does this mean? 4 pages from the Trump White House. That's what they're getting. We don't know what's on those 4 pages. But it's less about the quantity here than the fact that the committee is getting these documents at all. Leigh Caldwell, as promised, is on the Hill for us as well. 4 pages doesn't seem like a ton. It's not a ton, Leigh, and we don't even know what's on those 4 pages, right? But it is, at the very least, for the Select Committee, a start.
Yeah, well, Hallie, there's 2 different issues here, and as you were speaking, we got a lot of clarity on what is happening here. So, yes, these 4 pages are going to be sent to the Select Committee, these 4 pages of documents that were not involved in this court case that the former president was trying to block. So, meanwhile, while the archives is supposed to be releasing those 4 pages, the Supreme Court simultaneously also declined to interfere in the release of 700 pages of documents going to the January 6th committee. Our colleague Pete Williams reports that just one justice, Clarence Thomas, said that the court should have blocked the release of those documents. And so this is a big deal and a very bad night for the former president who tried to exert executive privilege on 700 pages of documents from his time in the White House that were in the National Archives. The Supreme Court just said that all of those pages can be handed over to the committee for their investigation. This is shrouded in mystery in many ways, Leanne, because we don't actually know what's in those documents. When are we going to know? Will we know? Is it up to the Select Committee to tell us? At this point, yes. These pages will not be released at this point. These pages are released to the committee, who said they have a legislative purpose for these documents. And perhaps we will see some of these documents in the form of a report when the committee does the report, or at the end of their investigation when they release more. But at this point, the public isn't going to see those documents, so we don't know what is in them, even though the committee says that they are crucial to their investigation. Leanne, I'm going to ask you for just 10 seconds to put on your Pete Williams hat, which I know is an intimidating hat to wear, but because the Supreme Court has issued this ruling late tonight, developing as we're on the air, is this it? Is this the end of the road for Team Trump, which has done, thrown everything they can, appeal after appeal, to try to prevent this from happening? Do they have any more recourse? I am not worthy of the Pete Williams hat, but I will do my best, and I think that this is the end of the road. Of course, this is the Supreme Court, the highest court in the land, and they said that these documents can be turned over. Hallie. Leigh Caldwell, live for us on the Hill. That is definitely a story I am sure we're going to be following more as it develops. Thank you so much, Leigh. Appreciate it.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.